Merry meet! This is just a really quick video because I decided today to make some natron salt. Natron salt is the traditional salt that in ancient Egypt they would have used for purification. Natron is a type of salt that's indigenous to the land of Egypt. But because it's not possible to obtain it in countries outside of Egypt, most Kemetic or Egyptian pagans rely on making their own version of it, which is what I'm doing today. Obviously in Egyptian religions, in contemporary Egyptian rituals, it's perfectly alright to use any kind of salt, really. It's down to personal preference how authentic you want to be and how specific you want, but salt is always used in pagan ceremonies today for purification purposes. So, you know, all salt is good, really. But we make natron salt by using bicarb of soda or baking powder, and salt. So it's basically half and half. And it depends how much you really want to make. I'm making this much just to put into a little jar. And you can just do half and half. So literally just, you know, I've used a bowl like this just to measure it out because I didn't have anything formal. But just half, I've got sea salt there, and then half bicarb. And I've added some water, which is an optional step. And I've just like tipped water in bit by bit until all of the bicarb has kind of, it went all liquidy. I didn't add too much, that you've got to be careful of not doing too much. And then I've just put it in the microwave and periodically checked on it so that it dries itself out again, but it soaks up the water, so we get this lovely consistency rather than just, you know, the mixture of the, you know, the very, usually bicarb is really powdery, fine powder, and obviously the rock salt then is a bit chunky, whereas now that I've added the water, it's a bit of a nicer, more traditional consistency. It's still a bit, oh, it's not too bad actually, it's still a little bit damp in there, so I think I'll put it in for a bit longer. You can also choose to dry it in the sunlight as well, which would probably work better if you left it out in direct light in your windowsill, but this is a very quick way of doing it, and it means that I'm more likely to do it if it's quick and efficient. So I just wanted to share that with you because it's so simple and it's a very common thing for Kemetic pagans to do, and so this will just be used in ceremonies in the place of salt. Just when I do ceremonies that are specifically Egyptian in their intent. So I just wanted to share that with you. Blessed be.